Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're gonna review this A24 shop exclusive Blu-ray version of Aftersun. Hello again and thanks for tuning in for another review, this time Aftersun from A24. Before we start, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you are interested in Blu-ray and soundtracks in vinyl reviews. And you can also find me on Instagram where I post detailed pictures of the items I review. Now yes, let's move on and start with the review by taking a look at the release. I apologize for the ring reflection, but that's why I post pictures on Instagram. Here we have the cover. This presentation it's in has a slip cover, and inside it's a digipack. We'll see in a second. Here in the back, as you can see, the synopsis of the movie is in English because it's a release from the US. Here there are some details about the content of the disc and some details about the Blu-ray. Then here is the spine, as you can see, and then the other side. Now let's open up, and we're presented with a digipack, Paul Mescal on this side, the other side this photo. So there is both sides open up, and then on the inside we have the Blu-ray and this other picture. That if I remove the disc, that looks like this if I remove the disc. Now, interestingly, on this side, we can find some postcards, which you can see here on the back. They say Aftersun. I guess they are supposed to be like photographs, or I mean they are photos, of course, but maybe it would have been nice if they were like printed on photo paper. But I guess this is still good enough. And the last one here. As I said, I will post detailed pictures of all these postcards on the Instagram post. If you're interested, you can find me there with the same handle, Physical Media EU. Okay, so now that we have seen the release, let's talk about the picture quality. So again, this is a Blu-ray, not a 4K, and I think Aftersun is not necessarily a movie that would benefit too much for the main features of a 4K disc. So I think Blu-ray is more than fine for what it does. With that said, the movie has several outdoor scenes that look very good in the Blu-ray with very shiny colors and a quite clear picture. But at the same time, it has several cut scenes that are like filmed from a handheld camera. Those specifically don't look too good, but of course they are not meant to look that good either. So this is one of the things where I think like if we had a 4K disc instead, we wouldn't gain much from it anyway. Regarding audio quality, again, I think this is a movie that doesn't shine too much for it. It still is a good master audio of DTH-SD 5.1 track that I think does the job well, but it's not that it has a lot of opportunity to shine either. With that said, the audio track comes of course in the original language, which is English in this case. There's an additional audio track, we'll talk about that in a second. Moving on to the subtitles, it has 3 languages, they are listed back here. It has English, French, and Spanish subtitles. And lastly, even though this is an American release, it played no problem in my European player. So it seems that the disc is actually region free. Moving on to the bonus features, there's not much to add here, there's only one, and it's an extra commentary audio track by director Charlotte Wells. And now talking about other releases, as I said at the beginning, this is an A24 shop exclusive release. So if you want this version, you need to import it from the US. But not all is lost if you live in Europe. There are other options available here. First of all, there's a standard release, not much to say there, just like typical blue case, cover, and the disc inside, that's it. But if you're into a little bit fancier releases, there's a release from Movie that also includes postcards. But with that said, it's a different set of postcards. It's also 6 postcards, but they are all different than these ones. And any of those 2 versions are cheaper and easier to find here in Europe. So is this version worth the money? Well, in my opinion, it is, because it's not much more expensive than the versions that you can get here in Europe. I think the question is, how easy it is for you to get this version to where you are. Because if you have to pay for the shipping, then I think it becomes too expensive, and then definitely the movie version would be a better choice. But if you're already ordering something from A24, or if you're traveling, or like whatever, then I think for a few extra dollars you can get this version, which I think looks nicer on the shelf. And that was it for the review. If you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I would love to hear in the comments what you thought of this movie. It was a directorial debut of Charlotte Wells. I am already looking forward to see what she does next. Remember, I will post detailed pictures of this release on Instagram with the same handle, Physical Media EU, and you can also hit the like button if you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.